Good morning from a rainy Cannes.
What can I do?
A tired Tom. And a big fresh bird shit. It's still wet. Look at it. Breakfast is served.
You find the most obscure shit.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
literally. That's fresh. That's fresh as. That is literally Cannes' way of telling us, come on, it's time to check out and head back to London town. The shiny shoes going back in there. Oh,
Shit happens.
when you get home, are you like me, where you sort of, after like a suited event, you chuck your suit because you think, I'm going to dry clean it or I'm going to get it sorted out. So I just chuck it in the bag. Doesn't matter if it gets crumpled up.
Yeah.
On the way here into these events, I'm so careful. On the way back, I'm like, yeah, chuck it all in. And then I don't look at it until the next time I need a suit. I'm like, I should have,
Put this away.
yeah,
Bollocks.
I should have buffed my shiny shoe.
Damn it, son.
Cheers, good morning. Speaking of shiny shoes, I got the best picture of Tom last night with his shoe.
Oh,
So if you got an iPhone and you put it into 0.5 zoomed out mode, you turn it upside down and you put it close to somebody's shoe and put a flash on, although I didn't have the flash on for this photograph, this is what you get. When you look at it.
Are you like making a TikTok like a Wes Anderson film? No.
No.
Taking a photo like Tom and Joe of the tour.
Wes Anderson trend, don't be stupid, we're not that clever. We're doing the big shoe trend. We've come for breakfast.
Tell me that just doesn't look like something out of a Charlie Chocolate Factory scene.
Oh, like a marble cake.
Yeah.
That looks lush. One thing the French know how to do, well, there's a lot of things the French know how to do properly. One of them is egg work.
Oh.
Eggs, omelette, scrambled egg. They know the perfect way to cook it. As you can see from Tom's face. Merci beaucoup.
That is that good. Look at how like, oh.
And just like that, we say goodbye to the Carlton.
Bye. Mate, what a trip. And how perfect was it that we didn't have to deal with the rain?
Oh, there's a casino there. We never knew this.
I saw that on the way in.
Oh,
What the heck?
that could have been dangerous.
Oh God.
Imagine. We were both disgusted and thinking that actually there's some car journeys that you just never want to end. In there, toothy. Thompson's teeth. The only teeth that are strong enough to eat other teeth.
Honestly, I feel like saying I forgot something just to head us back to the hotel so I
Yeah.
can sit in this longer.
But I was saying, actually, like, when there's long road trip journeys, I often don't want the road trip to end. I quite like just being in the car for ages. I hate the thought of having to get out and then do the next bit of the trip.
Excuse me.
I beg your pardon?
No, I didn't. It was the.
As I was saying, long car journeys, they're just the one, aren't they, sometimes? Sometimes it's just be in the car all day. Not like just not knowing where you're going. On a road to nowhere.
Let's do it. Like, do you remember who was the driver we had in Ireland or something like that?
I can't remember, it's Jerry.
Yeah, something like
Jerry?
that. We should get him to drive us around all around the UK.
I couldn't do that because
Invite us to your pubs and restaurants and we'll review them.
No, I couldn't do that because you would just spend the whole time doing your Scottish accent, just learning like Scottish slang, asking people to swear go like.
This is like the one trip we've not really spoke that much Scottish with each other.
I think we have. It's been more French, hasn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, we.
It's been more French.
That's true.
Oh, we.
To be fair, the moment we got to the house, I did go, "Oh, you wee bastard!" And,
Yeah.
like, I cannot help it.
That's literally my nickname now, isn't it? First name's Yowie.
I think we're here.
Second name's Bastard. Yeah, we're here. Technically, did you make our bodies go floppy?
He can't move us.
Can't actually lift us out of the car.
Pretty big, to be fair. I think he's going to be alright.
Time to go home. We've got this lady again who takes us straight through, which is the best thing ever.
I'm so excited.
The red carpet is rolled out for us. They think that we've got.
Is this a special route?
No, this is not.
Is it? I feel like
Just pointing out.
an award show.
But honestly, that was probably the smoothest transition from a hotel after a lovely breakfast to getting to the lounge of a airport.
Have you ever seen anyone more relaxed than me like that?
No. That's one relaxed boy right there.
There's not one brain cell in my head that's stressed.
You could have just ended that sentence after the word head. But so the lady, she was the lady that took us from the airport when we arrived. just straight through everything through, because obviously now that England, the UK is not in the EU, it's a lot, you have to queue up to go through, do the passport control and all that kind of stuff. With her, we just went straight through, straight through, queue jumped, which we feel awful about. It's always a bit awkward, isn't it, when you get a queue jump? You get scared to look behind you a little bit.
We went through crew and diplomat entry.
Yeah, we went through like diplomat entry, which we're not too sure what that means, but we'll take it. Would you like a beer?
Are you?
Your beer, sir.
Oh.
I just thought it's a nice way to finish off the trip, is a cold beer.
Is it non-alcoholic?
No. I don't think so, it'd be blue otherwise. No?
5%. Do you know what? Does it get any better than this?
No. to speedy boarding. Oh, there we go. It's off.
I like that. Whoa.
Tom's gone to the toilet and I've been ambushed by the Campari man. Right, home time.
You cannot make that. I am not living. Charlotte!
Richards, your customer service manager, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all on board today's flight. I would like to add a special welcome to those customers returning from our executive club.
This is where we say our goodbyes. Tom, it was nice knowing you. I think this is mine right in front of me, the little tiny sign. Yes, I can see it says Sugg, Joe Sugg. Yes. Yes.
This is it. You take your stuff to
Buddy,
What a trip. What a trip.
For the next trip.
Thank
Let
you
us
so
know we've
much
got to go
for your
next.
time, I know,
Take care.
I'm like a lost child now. Like, without you and without that airport woman. Where the fuck am I?
See ya. As you can probably tell, these last 2 days have definitely taken it out of me. But alas, the trip is over. I'm back. Although my voice isn't back. My voice is going. I don't know why. But what an adventure to meet Harrison Ford, to meet your childhood hero of Indiana Jones was something very, very special. And yeah, what an opportunity, what an experience. I've come back home to find this little beauty in the garage. Not garage, shed. Look at that. What a beauty. I might be wrong, I think it's a peacock butterfly. Hence, because of the wings, the eyes on it, or an owl butterfly, I can't remember. Let me know what it's called below, if you're into your butterflies and moths. But look at that. I've popped it back down. And hopefully it's gonna get warmed up. I found it like in the shed, in the shade. So hopefully now it's gonna get some sun on it, get a bit warmer, and fly away. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. What is that? Hello? Oh god, it's all kicking off. Rabbit's trying to steal the spotlight. That's great and everything, having deer in your garden, and rabbits. But it's a massive pain when you've got an apple tree there that you're trying to grow apples on. You better not be eating my apple tree. Just realised it's actually led down. This is now using my actual vlog camera. Do you know what? I'm not convinced. I actually think the zoom on the iPhone is better than the zoom on this camera. So I've had my breakfast and semi got myself ready for the day. Come back down, that deer still has not moved. I'm gonna try and go down there and see if it's injured or if it runs away. But I gotta be very, very quiet. It's really eating my trees. Stop eating my trees. I still see you. I can still see you. Ooh. My word, it is so nice when the sun's out. It makes such a difference. This blows my mind. So here last year was my broad beans, which, do you know what, I haven't had, because we've had such, I don't have a greenhouse, we've had such an awful start to the spring. Like, this is actually one of the first days we've had like nice warm sunshine. This was my tomatoes in here, which obviously I've got to dig up, change the soil, plant new ones, but I think I've missed the start of that. Here was broad beans, 1 broad bean, 2 broad beans growing back. But for some reason, potatoes are growing in here. Now, I never chucked any potatoes in here, it's always just broad beans. So why there's potatoes growing there, I have no idea, but they're doing really well. I'm worried that they're bullying the broad beans of sunlight, but it's just, I don't understand how that's happened. Now this, this needs taming, oh my God. We've grown a giant lovely thistle here, which, I mean, it looks lovely, but obviously it's a weed, that needs to come out, and I need to get in here and sort this out, my God. 3 guesses as to what this is growing with this lovely flower on the end. It's not supposed to flower like this, but believe it or not, all this here is rocket. This is rocket. If I snap that, it's like, yeah, peppery rocket. There's tons of it, but it's not supposed to get this tall and this out of control. So, yeah, Diane, when you're home, you've got a lot of rocket salad to eat. These here growing out the steps, if I'm not mistaken, it should be like lemon. It'll smell like lemon. Don't know what it's called, but it's lemony. Yes, I'm right. Very lovely this. Love this. Don't know if I love it growing out my steps, but it does give it character, but it's got a really lovely lemon scent to it. Oh no. State of this. So, if you remember from last year, these here were this was my project for last year. Clearing out this, clearing out this, clearing out that one, clearing out the back. All this used to be what I think was like different flower beds. Initially I thought this was a well that they filled in, or a pond, but it wasn't. It was a flower bed, flower bed, flower bed, flower bed, flower bed, flower bed. At the moment, and all I did was lay down some new topsoil, and sprinkle, I got rid of as many weeds as I could and sprinkled a load of wildflower seeds on there. And the wildflower seeds all grew up last year and it looked incredible. It looked really, really nice. Obviously, because the start of the year we've had, I've just sort of left it. But forget-me-nots are out in full force, that's good. That's a good sign. We've also got here, I think this is foxglove growing here. I believe this is foxgloves, which is nice. We didn't have foxgloves growing here last year, so that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. Everything else, I mean, thistles and weeds, but there's a few in there. I think as well here, I might be wrong, but I think this is my favourite plant that we had in the garden last year, which I call Granny's Bonnet. I don't know its proper name, but Granny's Bonnet is actually one of my favourite flowers that we have, plants that we have in the garden. This could well be a potato plant. I think that's potatoes. So, because that's where I did plant them last year, so I must not have got all the potatoes out, and they naturally just regrow again the next year, which is great. And also, I planted a buddleia here last year. I actually planted 2 buddleias. This one did all right. The one on the other side of the chair has just gone. I have no idea where that went, but this one has just gone. But yeah, garden-wise, do you know what? We've left it. We were laughing. Oh. That's a bloody fox. Oh my God. We've had it all in the garden this morning. A fox, a deer. Whoa! I hope that was a rabbit. I really hope that was a rabbit. Tell you what, it's absolute foxglove city down here. My God. They're everywhere. Foxgloves, forget-me-nots. You name it, look at them all. They're everywhere. So this is one of the things I absolutely love about this garden in particular, is that since we moved here, we've just let it be. We've always kept it as like a wildlife garden, for 2 reasons actually. One, I just love seeing what grows up, because it's been different every year we've lived here. It's been different, a different scenario each time, different plants, different things growing up in different areas, and it's been really, really interesting to see what grows and things like that. The other reason we've left it is because, as you see in previous vlogs, this garden is massive. It is so much to take on, and it's one of those things of just like, where would you even start? Where would we even start? Myself and Diane, we just haven't got, at the moment with our careers and stuff, we just haven't got time to get out here and be like, right, okay, this is our project. Even though like my initial thing was like, okay, right, it's gonna be a cool project, I can document it in vlogs and things like that. just with what I do at the moment, I just have not got time. So it's actually quite rare that we actually come down to the bottom of this garden. I mean, to be fair, the weather has also been atrocious. When the sun's out, I do come down here, but it's just, ow! My first stinging nettle encounter of the year, great. But I just prefer leaving it wild and have it more of a garden for wildlife than for ourselves, because it's a lot to take on, it's a lot to manage, and we just haven't got the time, unfortunately, to get down here and sculpt it and do what we want with it. It is and always will be a beautiful garden. This is what I call Granny's bonnet here, because look, is that it? I think that's Granny's bonnet. Beautiful little flower, look at it. But speaking of gardens and gardening and things, garden in general, in a few weeks' time, well, probably actually next week, I'm actually heading to the Chelsea Flower Show again for, I think, my 3rd time now. I'm very, very excited to go. I'm going to take my mum along with me as well, because she loves her garden and gardening. So it'll be a nice little day out for us. I think I'm actually doing something with the BBC, presenting. I think it's part of the presenting bit. I think it's like a VT or something, and I've got to talk about a problem that I have in the garden and then try and solve that problem by learning stuff from Chelsea Flower Show. So that should be interesting, because I have 99 problems in this garden. But having weeds isn't one. But yeah, I've got a lot, so I'm trying to work out what sort of tips I want to take away from the Chelsea Flower Show this year. Also, it's really great to go down there and like meet lots of different people and the different gardeners and try and get advice from them. As we're in May as well, they usually do this thing called No Mow May around here, I think around the country actually, where they try and encourage people to not mow their garden, to encourage the wildlife, bees and insects and things like that for a whole month. And we joke because I've not mowed the lawn here since we moved in. I wouldn't know how. The garden is so steep. I wouldn't know how to actually mow it, because I've always wanted to sit on lawnmower. I think I've come to realise now that's not going to happen at this point in my life anyway. I always had this like thing where I wanted to have the peace and tranquility of sitting on a sit-on lawnmower with a can of cider in my hand or a beer and just go around my garden, mowing my garden, making it look perfect. Then I realised I'm actually in my 30s, not my 60s. So I don't, you know, there's other things that I probably should prioritise. Let's make our way back up this Gurra hill and do some actual work. And in terms of actual work, I am reading currently. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I also don't want it to be a complete surprise for everyone watching this. But I'm going back inside to read something. I'm going in to read episode 8 and episode 9 of something that is coming out hopefully later this year. And then after that, I've got one more episode to read. And then we move one step closer to being able to talk about it more and get very, very excited about it. Sorry for being awfully cryptic, but it's some sort of episodic thing that's coming out hopefully later this year that I'm involved with, not just as a role in it, but also as in a way, I guess, like creator. It should be exciting anyway. Oh yeah, why is it reclined so much?
I think Diane was laying down in the passenger seat.
Good morning, everybody. If you can't tell from our, actually, fair, you look like you're about to go and play golf.
No, I haven't even got a collar on.
No, but your hat,
my
like,
hat.
do you know what I mean? Whereas me,
Yeah.
I don't actually own any, like, clothes that are golf clothes. YouTube All-Stars jacket from when I skied the ball right in front, like 2 yards away from the goal. Marlboro racing hat, which in South Africa, everyone wanted to buy this hat off me. They're like, where'd you get your hat
Really?
from? Apparently Marlboro racing is, like, cool in South Africa. Don't know about here, but Boss trousers that aren't
those just
golf
suit trousers?
No, they're
Just
sort of like a
smart.
chino-y type. You could play them for golf, possibly, but they weren't intended for golf. Actually, to be fair, this shirt is Adidas golf.
Let me feel it.
It's golf material. I got it from a golf
That's
shop.
what I think I need today.
Yeah, summer golf, and I have got golf shoes, golf clubs in the back, we are
I've
off
got a polo
to...
with me. I just haven't put it on yet.
Oh, there we see. Yeah, you have got. So you got all the kit.
Well, because
But that's
dropped
classic.
off to my parents. I didn't want to be walking around where they live in like full golf swag.
But also that's classic Alfie.
What?
Gets into a sport and then goes, right, I need the best clothes, best
not
clubs.
the best. It's just shut
To
up.
be fair, you are due a new club, I reckon.
No,
I reckon we get there. I reckon we convince Alfie to get.
I'm going to buy a new glove today
Yeah.
because it's a new season.
Yeah.
Also, whenever I play, and I say whenever, it's happened once before, like a memorable game of golf with people that like I like playing with. No, I'm saying that as if I don't like playing with the people that I normally play with. Which is just,
Hang on a minute, that's me.
But basically, whenever I play a game that like I'm going to remember and I'm going to really enjoy looking back on, I like buying something from the golf shop that reminds me of it.
Yeah.
So when I played like a really nice round, maybe like 2-3 years ago, I bought my golf shoes that day.
So
It was also
reminds
because I
you
didn't
of
have any
that
golf
time.
shoes and you had to have golf shoes to play. But I feel like if I buy a new glove today, it'll remind me of this round.
That's what I do with like markers. But right, so we're off to go. We're actually going to play East Sussex National Golf Course, which looks amazing. They're very polite on the phone, which is always a good sign. We should get there on time. Tee off time is 10:40. We're gonna get there at 10 o'clock in the morning. So 40 minutes of practicing. That's quite good, I reckon.
No, I got half an hour in the shop first.
Oh yeah, you have, haven't you?
10 minutes practicing.
God. But we're also meeting up with our South African. I don't know if they're even on our team. We don't know how the team's going to work yet. But me and Alfie are quite similarly matched, aren't we? We're quite.
Yeah.
When we play, it's always very, very close.
For sure.
Whereas I know Josh is good, better than Casper. I think I would say so.
I think Josh is playing like a different sport to us.
Yeah.
He's on another level.
So I'm kind of hoping that, in a way, I kind of hope that you play with Josh because I feel like you'd enjoy the round then because you'll probably win it, and I'll be lumped with Casper and just being like, why are you so weird?
I've never played. Is he
Why
going to
so
wear his
weird?
flip-flops?
Right, we've arrived at 10:01. Tee off time's at 10:40. Just had a phone call from Casper and Josh saying they're going to arrive at 10:40.
10:40
Well,
on the
10:41. They managed to get down to 10:40. Well, look who's turned up. Look who's here. Fashionably late. Fashionably late.
Remember this collab?
Look at this.
Back in the day.
Oh my god.
So,
If only we swapped Josh out for Marcus, this would be huge right now.
Josh is actually the most up to date.
Ken Myling, who's the top man. So he's here.
I'm with Who's Titleist 2.
Oh no, bro.
Are we together?
That's not bad. You guys
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's the worst.
South Africa versus UK.
It's gonna work, Joseph.
Josh is very unhappy. He's fuming, look. He lost the ball. He had a really good drive and he lost the ball. And now he's very, very angry. Go on, Alfie. Nice, Alfie!
It would be if they were filming a prank video where they had like someone fetching Josh's balls.
So we're playing like match play. We're currently, they're 1 up on us on the 5th hole. I'm in the woods on the right. Alfie, you hit a good shot. Is that not just the most beautiful oak tree you've ever seen in your life? Oi, we're going through the Dartford Tunnel.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
dropping Casper back home.
Look at this. Bad news, boys. We've officially lost. We managed to get to the 17th hole and we've officially lost. Well, the game's over. Well played, Casper.
Think so?
Well played, buddy.
My cash, please.
What cash? I don't know what you're talking about. Cash? I didn't end the vlog. But this is the end of the vlog now. Towards the end of this vlog is a bit of a mish-mash up of like 3 different days, I think. 10 points if you can work out the 3 different days in which I filmed this vlog. So random. Anyway, I found footage and I was like, I've never used that in a vlog. So it's a bit of a, if you got to this point in the vlog, congratulations, well done, thank you very much. But also, well done for getting this far. And apologies for it being just a weird mishmash of stuff. Anyway, that's the end. Thanks for getting this far. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you again soon with another vlog. Hopefully that is properly an actual day. Bye.